So of course it's absolutely compulsory to start with 1984, which is the most I think the most famous book on imagining a world in which technology and information communication are used as an oppressive state. Though again, George Orwell was writing about that to describe things that he thought were already going on. So that's also useful to remember. And again, we've just taken some of the main themes from these books that I'm sure are familiar to most of the audience, but just to remind people, maybe pull out some things that are a bit unexpected. I know when I read this again for this work, it hit me again in new ways, particularly this idea of controlling through fear, which I think we see a lot through the use of how social media is used, and also this simplified language, newspeak. So again, to go back to what Karina was saying, people actually, their brains have slowly been sort of diminished through language they're allowed to use, so they actually literally cannot see the big picture anymore.
I think the great benefit of science fiction in this, as a tool, as a thought space, is that you can establish any rules that you want and let it play out. And it doesn't suffer from present fiction or past fiction in having to fit within a something where you just keep saying to yourself, no, that would never happen, or it's not real, or whatever it is. Once we put it into the science fiction space, then of course it can be real. So we're now free to explore what the implications and consequences of that are. And many authors, as Claire has pointed out, do that extremely well.
I think it provides a big safety net to be able to address some things that perhaps we wouldn't be addressing if we thought of real places and people. So this is for sure, I think, something that could be included in the daily management of ethical issues, because it makes you get out of your context and yourself and think about things in a different perspective. And this question of empathy and considering things from different angles than your own is possibly the cornerstone of ethics. Once you have empathy and you can think about things in this way, for sure you will consider ethical and societal challenges in a different way. So yeah, absolutely yes to everything.